Some lands hold their stories in stone. Ireland holds them in the land itself. Here, water shapes the ground, and the ground shapes memory. Rivers curve slowly through valleys. Coastlines bend and open toward the Atlantic. The land remains soft in form, yet strong in endurance. Ireland does not rise to meet the sky. It stretches across it. This is a country shaped by movement, of water, of people, of time itself. Ireland sits at the western edge of Europe, facing open ocean. This position shaped everything. Weather systems, trade routes, and migration paths moved through this island for thousands of years. The Atlantic defined access, isolation, and cultural exchange. Glacial movement carved valleys, flattened plains, and left behind rivers that continued to guide settlement. The land formed gradually, allowing life to adapt without force. Communities developed close to water. Rivers offered transport and resources. Coastlines supported fishing and trade. The interior remained open and connected. Ireland's geography encouraged continuity. Rather than expanding outward, settlements grew within the land's limits. This balance between use and preservation still defines the country today. Before moving deeper, a brief pause. If this calm beginning feels meaningful, a gentle subscribe helps support the journey and keeps these films alive. Now Ireland begins to unfold. Ireland's western edge faces the Atlantic, shaping some of the country's most enduring landscapes. Here, coastlines stretch long and open. Cliffs rise where land ends abruptly. Inlets form where the sea moves inland. These features were shaped over immense time by wave movement, tectonic shifts, and erosion. Settlements developed where natural harbors provided shelter. Fishing communities formed early, followed by trading ports that connected Ireland to wider routes. Despite these connections, much of the coast remains lightly developed. Access is limited. The land retains its original form. Movement follows the coastline's shape. Paths curve rather than cut. Distance remains visible. The western coast reveals Ireland's defining rhythm: open, steady, and resilient. Rivers and valleys, pathways through the land. Ireland's rivers trace long routes across the island, connecting interior regions to the coast. They follow natural depressions left by glacial movement, forming valleys that guided early travel. Settlements grew near these waterways. Markets formed along crossing points. Roads followed their paths. Even today, towns remain oriented toward rivers, reflecting their role as organizers of space. These valleys form corridors, linking regions without enclosing them. Water here does not divide, it connects. From coast to valley, Ireland reveals itself slowly. Nothing is forced, nothing is rushed. The journey now turns inland, toward regions shaped by open plains and long-standing communities, the Irish Midlands, the heart of the island. The Irish Midlands form the interior core of the country. This region is defined by open plains, gentle elevation, and long river systems that support agriculture and movement. The land here does not rise sharply. It spreads outward, allowing fields and settlements to develop naturally. Farming remains central. Fields follow historic boundaries. Towns appear at steady intervals, connected by roads that mirror earlier paths. The Midlands demonstrate how Ireland functions at scale, not through extremes, but through continuity. Historic towns, life-shaped by place across the Midlands and beyond, historic towns remain active centers of daily life. These towns developed along rivers, trade routes, and crossing points. Their layouts reflect practical design, compact centers, walkable streets, public spaces that support community. Rather than expanding outward, many towns preserve their original cores, allowing growth around them instead. This layered development maintains identity while supporting modern needs. Early coastal cities, access and exchange. Ireland's coastal cities formed where land met opportunity. Natural harbors provided shelter. Sea routes connected the island to Europe and beyond. Cities grew around ports, their structures shaped by access to water. Even today, movement within these cities reflects their maritime origins. Roads and districts align with shorelines and river mouths. These centers link Ireland to wider systems while remaining grounded in local geography. From plains to towns, from rivers to ports, Ireland reveals a consistent pattern. Land and water guide structure. People adapt to form, not replace it. The journey now moves toward elevated regions where the land begins to rise. Wicklow Mountains, Ireland's upland heart. The Wicklow Mountains rise just south of Dublin, forming one of Ireland's most prominent upland regions. These mountains were shaped by glacial movement, their rounded forms carved slowly over time. Valleys open wide, allowing rivers to travel outward toward the Irish Sea. Despite their elevation, the Wicklow Mountains feel accessible. Roads follow natural passes. Settlements remain along lower slopes. This region acts as a transition between coastal centers and Ireland's interior plains. Central Highlands, long, open ground. Ireland's Central Highlands rise gently from surrounding lowlands, creating open landscapes shaped by erosion and water flow. These areas remain lightly populated. Land supports grazing and limited farming. Movement follows ridgelines and valleys. This openness preserves continuity. The land remains dominant, guiding how communities adapt and endure. Glacial landscapes, memory in motion. Across Ireland, glacial activity left visible patterns. Drumlins, lakes, and valleys trace the retreat of ancient ice. These features influence modern land use. Roads follow natural depressions. Towns sit near water sources. This geological memory remains active, shaping movement long after the ice receded. If this slow journey through Ireland feels meaningful, a gentle subscribe helps support future films and keeps these stories alive. The journey continues. From uplands to glacial valleys, Ireland carries its past in visible form. The journey now returns to the edge, toward islands and extended coastlines. Islands, distance, and identity. Ireland's offshore islands introduce separation into the national structure. Water creates distance, but also preserves rhythm. Each island developed independently, shaped by access, weather patterns, and long intervals between connection. Communities remain compact. Movement is measured. Traditions remain closely tied to land and sea. These islands reflect Ireland in concentrated form, resilient, adaptive, and enduring. Northern coastlines, a shift in structure. Ireland's northern coast introduces contrast. Here, the land feels more direct. Coastlines extend outward. Open water meets rock without transition. Settlements remain spaced. Routes follow the shape of the shore. Access points appear only where geography allows. This region demonstrates how land controls movement, preserving openness through natural design. Rural life, continuity across generations. Ireland's rural regions form a working landscape. Farms, villages, and open land support communities built around continuity. Land use shifts gradually. Ownership boundaries remain stable. Movement follows long-established paths. These patterns preserve identity while adapting to modern needs. Rural Ireland remains the foundation that supports the country's rhythm. From islands to coasts, from uplands to farmland, Ireland maintains balance. The final chapter now brings this journey together, revealing how the land, people, and history remain connected through time. Modern Ireland. Continuity without replacement. Modern Ireland developed within an older framework. Cities expanded without abandoning their centers. Infrastructure followed historic corridors. New systems fit within existing patterns rather than replacing them. Public spaces remain active. Historic streets continue daily use. Modern life adapts to structures shaped long ago. This continuity allows progress without loss of identity. Across coastlines, valleys, towns, and islands, a single pattern remains. Ireland allows space to exist. Land leads the experience. History remains present. The country does not rush forward. It moves with continuity. Ireland reveals itself through patience, through paths that remain, through rivers that still guide, through communities shaped by place. From open coasts to quiet interiors, the land holds memory. This is Ireland, not preserved, but lived. If this slow journey through Ireland felt meaningful, a gentle subscribe helps support future films and keeps these stories alive. Thank you for traveling through Ireland. The next unseen land is already waiting.